Imagine you are a German reconnaissance pilot flying over the coast of England in May 1944. Below you, the sight is terrifying. Thousands of Sherman tanks, rows of landing craft, and massive fuel depots are gathering near Dover, right across from the French port of Calais. You snap your photos and rush back to Berlin. Hitler looks at the evidence and smiles. He is certain the Allied invasion will hit Calais, led by the man he fears most, General George S. Patton. There's just one problem. None of it exists. The tanks are filled with air, the planes are made of wood, and the army is a ghost. Today, we unlock Operation Fortitude, the greatest military deception in history. Welcome to Time Unlocked. The architects of illusion. By 1944, the Allies knew that the success of D-Day depended on one thing: surprise. But how do you hide an invasion involving millions of men and thousands of ships? You don't hide it. You create a fake one that looks even bigger. This was the task of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, better known as the Ghost Army. This wasn't a unit of elite commandos. It was a unit of 1,100 artists, set designers, and sound engineers. Many were recruited directly from art schools and advertising agencies. Men like fashion designer Bill Blass and painter Ellsworth Kelly were told to trade their canvases for camouflage. Their mission was to put on a theatrical show that would fool the entire Third Reich. Pneumatic warfare. The most famous part of the deception was the dummy equipment. They used pneumatic tanks that could be inflated with air compressors in less than 20 minutes. From a German spy plane at 30,000 feet, an inflatable Sherman tank looked identical to a real 30-ton steel beast. But they didn't stop at tanks. They built entire airfields out of plywood and canvas. They created ruined buildings to look like active headquarters. To make it even more convincing, they used bulldozers to create fake tank tracks leading to the inflatable vehicles, ensuring that German photo analysts would see the evidence of heavy movement on the ground. The science of sound. The Ghost Army knew that an army isn't just seen, it's heard. This was the sonic deception. They worked with engineers at Bell Labs to record the sounds of military activity at Fort Knox. They had recordings of tanks idling, bridges being built, and infantry marching. These were cut onto 16-inch transcription discs and played through massive 500-watt speakers mounted on the back of trucks. These sounds could be heard over 15 miles away. On dark, foggy nights, German scouts would listen to the terrifying roar of an armored division moving toward the front, never realizing they were listening to a giant record player. The atmospheric lie deception also required a human touch. This was atmospheric deception. Small groups of Ghost Army soldiers would drive around in trucks, posing as members of legendary divisions like the 2nd Armored. They would wear fake patches on their uniforms, paint fake insignia on their vehicles, and go into local pubs to accidentally leak information. They knew German spies were listening. By creating a buzz of fake gossip and visible activity, they reinforced the idea that Patton's massive force was real and ready to strike. The Patton decoy. The Allies had a secret weapon in their psychological game: General George S. Patton. Hitler believed Patton was the Allies' best general, and the only one capable of leading a cross-channel invasion. So, the Allies placed Patton in command of the fictional 1st United States Army Group. They leaked fake reports and held fake ceremonies, making sure German intelligence saw Patton in the Dover area. The logic was simple. Hitler wouldn't believe the invasion had started until he saw Patton's tanks on the move. By making Patton the face of a phantom army, they tied Hitler's eyes to the wrong part of the map. The moment of truth. On June 6, 1944, the real Allied fleet hit the beaches of Normandy. It was the largest amphibious assault in history. But even as the paratroopers landed and the bunkers were stormed, Hitler refused to move his strongest panzer divisions. He was convinced that Patton was still coming to Calais. For 7 critical weeks after D-Day, the German 15th Army stayed pinned down in Calais, waiting for an army made of air and wood that would never arrive. By the time Hitler realized the truth, the Allies had already secured the continent. The Ghost Army's work remained a top-secret classified mystery until 1996. These artists saved tens of thousands of lives not by killing, but by creating an illusion so perfect, that it rewrote the history of the world. They proved that in the theater of war, the most powerful weapon isn't a bomb, it's the enemy's own imagination. Thank you for joining us as we unlocked the biggest lie of World War II. If you believe that strategy is more powerful than firepower, subscribe to Time Unlocked and share this video to help us keep history alive. Do you think a deception like this could work today? Or have satellites made it impossible? Let us know in the comments below.